A pleasant morning to each and every one. Hope that all is well with you. The spies are spying. People the spies are spying. Oh gosh, they wouldn't give me a break. They're turning around my camera on my phone. They're trying their best to get, I don't know what. They really have it, boy. They're really happy to do it with me. But as I tell people, I do not fear anyone. I respect all, I fear none. I respect all. Who needs to be respected? I fear none. You know none? None. All right. Good morning again to each and every one. I put my little message this morning as Misfits. Real, a bunch of misfits. Good? Now, we know what time it is here in Tobago. It is called election. And it is called the time when the Tobago people have to make a decision as to who they want to govern them under the time. The Misfits, I saw that PNM-A, PNM-B, and PNM-C aligning themselves against Tobago, against, decent governance, against justice, against equity, against all these things. The three misfits. Right? And then this morning, just a while ago, because it marked 1 hour, I saw that Ian Allen placed an article online. Maybe it said, at the bottom it says, story by Ian Allen there too. So he went and maybe had a conversation with Mr. Gary Griffith. And the same thing I have been saying. I doesn't like to talk much about this thing, but you know what? I was always vexed. When Kelvin Morris come out with the nonsensical nonsense, he and the Ansel and all of them, and talking about, we don't want time here, and I kind of don't issues with the radar thing. I went online, and while I was online, I saw a TikTok video with these same radars, the same thing that they have done in Compound, they all over the world they're putting it, and the man was explaining the strength of those, and that it's better than this what they have here now, detecting things better than what they had before. I put it out there. I don't know if anybody had clicked on the video and listened to what the video had to say. But listen to me, Mr. Gary Griffith was a former, I think he was Minister of National Security. Right? But he was always up there. And then make it better, he was a general in the army. So he has to know a lot about these things. And I agree with him 100%. I doesn't really come to say, well, I talk about people and agree with them or whatever. Right? But I agree with him 101%. Here he said, the radar becomes political football after drug bust. Griffith was national security, no at risk. And it's not after no drug bust. It became a political football with this PNM in the space here in Tobago. They have taken something sensitive, something that was placed on the island, something that can be moved in a minute to make it their political football. And the people of Tobago, some people, of Tobago, who's supposed to have better sense, do your own research. All you listen to me. In this world right now, nothing is hidden. You can find answers to whatever you want to find answers to. It have Mr. Google, oh gosh, it have YouTube, right? It have BitChute. It have Telegram. It have all about it. Have TikTok, because people just put up things on TikTok. Right? It have Instagram. It have all kind of things. Ask them young people, they can tell you all the name and the rest of them. But we sit down and allow these people people who have nothing in them, who wants nothing good for any one of us, for our island, for nothing. All they want to do is to see how they can get into the treasury of Trinidad and Tobago to fill their pocket. And when they fill their pocket, they empty it. And when the people get disgruntled enough, we go and we vote them out. Because I always voted against them. And we vote them out. And we leave them on the side of the wayside. And when they're done, they stay from day one, a government come into the space. The same thing they're doing in Trinidad with the UNC is the same thing they did to the TPP here in Tobago, former PDP, TPP now, right? To this government. They harass the government. They withhold money from Tobago. They do all kind of madness. They have nothing to campaign on. So here they jump up now. Radar. Gary Griffith telling me, right? Ian Allen say, former Commissioner of Police, Gary Griffith, oh yes, he was the Commissioner, has issued a sharp warning that the state's eagerness to publicly defend and justify the new radar system in Tobago is now jeopardizing the very national security advantage the technology was designed to provide. Last night, the chief had us to talk a little thing on that too. Tobago people, just as I didn't even realize this last year, the most murders took place. You can't find people, you can't say who do what, you can't say who didn't do what. The chief came out last night, he said something very nice, that he's going to put cameras and put systems in place all over Tobago, so the bandit and them going to have a harder time. But PNM will come and tell all you, forget it, we don't want them thing here. Why does the PNM don't want, and the other two misfits, what they call themselves, is three misfits. The IDA, the Innovative Democratic Alliance, misfit number 2, because PNM are the first misfit, and what the next one name are? Class Action Reform Movement. What class action? What reform? A word like reform, you put it inside of your thing, and then you will say you don't want something on this island that can help us. Imagine that you could understand that our place get robbed, and the people that go away by boat, they put up drone. What drone could stop somebody? Can a drone stop a boat? The drone could see us, the boat gone, so the drone can't go too far neither. It's not to say it's somebody in a helicopter and they're controlling the drone, no. And to make bad matters worse, you go have a coast guard without gas. No gas for the vessel. And then all I have these misfits coming into the community to tell me foolishness. Eh? These misfits coming into our communities to tell us foolishness. No. I listening to Gary, you know. I listening to Gary. Right? He says, I'm going down, he said that the radar is now being compromised. Not by critics, but by senior officials who appear determined to oversee its usefulness for political gain. So he talking to them UNC ministers too. And then he talk about the commissioner of police, all of them politicizing the thing. Fellas, leave the street people who don't know nothing and want to bump the gong. Leave them PNM, let them make noise. You feel them no? Or let's see the next one, the XX was coming to say he was coming to talk about the security systems and radar and everything. You see, he shut him out. He had to shut him out. Because you know he and all would have been on nonsense. Trinidad and Tobago, especially Tobago people. Right now, I'm more dealing on Tobago people. Because like Trinidad people is a 10 days people. All you good today, all you happy for upbuilding today and then tomorrow. Tomorrow, I see one who say he's a good supporter of the government. Put up on the page. I know that it is only a few months this government in power. It's how much by April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December? Say 8 months. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 8 proper months. 8 months, not even a year. It's April next year they're going to make a year. And it's from day one. You understand me? The fight was brought to them. Just as how these people pilfer the Tobago House of Assembly and do all kind of racketeering. And when these guys came in, they had to try to fix it. Right? They had to try to fix this and fix that and fix the other and fix each other. Okay? Just as how they did that then, it's the same thing them go inside there and they meet inside there too. They go inside in the central government and meet the same set of mess. Then they go now to say they're fixing the CPEP and the URP story down in Trinidad. When they go on inside, they a whole set of racket and bubble. All they want them to just continue in the same vein. Alright, let me just continue. No. At least the central government had better sense than even the House of Assembly, because the House of Assembly just left everything to go as it was. That is why the snake and them straight to the top. All the snake and them at the top, and they're bringing in all the little minions and putting them in position, firing who supporting the assembly. The assembly supporters, they're firing them and they're bringing in their own people them. And put them in some substantive places where they can mark out good for them. Right? What we want with drug lords and what we want with all these kind of criminal activities in Little Island and Tobago. Our little beaches and them where they go bring in the drugs and all the things that they just do. When the thief and them thief from we and they're gone. You understand me? That thing down there would have been able to track them and tell you exactly where they're going and where they're there. And would have been able to hold some of them criminal. But no, all they want to sit down. Sit down with these clowns and talk about, hey, I don't know what I read at there. I don't know what I read at there. All of them, all the misfits and them, join hands together. They join hands together for what? To see if they could grind we here, especially in Tobago, into the ground. And I find, let me tell you something, I don't know government minister, but some other government minister always talk too much. And some of you high-ranking politicians always talk too much. When people say what they have to say, leave them, let them say what they have to say. That is their business. You don't have to answer every back that these PNM people back. Left them, let them back. They have nothing to bring to this space. And Tobago people, you know, last night I was hearing about some young guy who talking about eye is red, and since eye is red, what gonna happen to me? Listen to me, you're young and you're supposed to have sense. Young people are not supposed to have sense. PNM can do nothing for us here in Tobago. I want to let her ask herself a question. You know, a good friend of mine, you know, gave us a little analogy story last night. And he tell me call his name, you know. His name is Dale Hercules. That's my bestie. And he asked us a simple question. If I do not have a car, can I give you a lift? Answer the question. I don't own a car, do not have a car. Can I give you a lift? PNM has nothing. What can they do for you? It's as simple as that. They have nothing. When they had, they wasn't doing. Now they don't have. What can they do for you? And the next thing to find what's going on in this Tobago right now, this PNM, IDLS, and when you look at them, come, these people trying to insult our intelligence. You take a bunch of misfits and throw them on Tobago and say, why, this is all a candidate. Seriously? Seriously? You can't even choose people who have something in them and something behind them, or they're bringing them for be candidates, we. And I'm watching the, some of them who in the, well, me don't even know if that camp they have anybody. He must just have a name. Right? So, the idealist people are watching them. Watch. They bring some of them. When we had our, what you call it, nomination going on, they have on blue. And now they're in purple. Mercy. Mercy. Some of them, because they have hatred and vexation, and because they want this and want that, and doesn't lie now and say, oh, I am in this for the people. Which people? PNM been feed them right through because they get vexed early. Like how we have some people right now, you understand me? Who when in Trinidad, because the government can give them this and the government can give them that, they turn on the vex with the government. So you have those now who are see across there because they couldn't get at what they want, and PNM was coming and knocking at the door and giving them everything that they want. Me, that's not me, that's talk with me no eh? Is Ansel Dennis, is this one, is that one. Every day they're carrying thing for them. So instead of they go with the PNM, they go with the PNM B team. Madam Sawyer, Fat and she crew. Where they going? Where are these people going? And who they can lie to? They can't lie to me because me know them. Inside out is people who I've been associating with. Right? Some of them, they put up themselves for screening in previous times. And because they never get through, they vex with the party and they vex with everybody. I should have go and I should. Who is you? Who is you? They took the best of the crop and they won their seats. Too much of people in this Tobago figure that this thing is a dance all and a joke. Sorry. Young people of Tobago and even older ones. You see this chopping this all, some of us say, well, I vote PNM. I find there's PNM not supposed to even get a vote in Tobago, only if the candidate and them vote for themselves. Well, the idealists, them just say it's a waste of time in the corner. But I am angry this morning. Yes, I am angry to see that this is what we bring in Tobago to. As though we are a people without intelligence, without class. So any little old body or old kind of who wants to say, I want to be a candidate. Send me up here, send me up there. All of them rushing in. And then all of them jam together. No, we prefer the drug cartels. We prefer the drug men. We prefer the criminals. So here what's going on. Move the radar. That radar will show a lot of things that we don't want them to see. But you'll move that thing out of our place. And I said, foolish people want to banter with it. All they need why be the Venezuelan man? Always keep telling all and it has somehow, hey boy, me don't know wrong with China and Tobago people, you know. Especially Tobago people. Sometimes when I read some of the comments, I just sit down and laugh, and sometimes I just marvel. Since when Trinidad and Tobago, especially we like island, they ever belong to Venezuela? All they tell me. But Venezuelans want to come and threaten we government, and some others sit down and say, yes, they should this and they should that. You see how those two foolish women get themselves caught up? Because they don't talk foolishness. Let me tell you something, regardless of what a country named Trinidad and Tobago, and it belongs to us. And whatever we can get to help us to keep out criminal elements, we should do. Tobago, I grew up in that Tobago there. You never know about murder and them sort of crazy killing what was going on, you know. Tobago never had all them kind of guns and all them things, you know. But since we had the place free, they're sailing in from Castara side, they're sailing in from, me and almost say Black Rock and all them side, wherever you have beach in Tobago. They're sailing in and they're coming in. and we are such a trusting people, is that anybody who want to come in our island, we are taking them in. Any kind of people that come from where they come from, with whatever kind of behavior they have, and we just taking them in our communities. You understand? The woman who get killed up in Kendall there, in Lamy Road, is Trinidad she come from. They leave Trinidad and they come here and they start the bloodbath. Then they go and they kill Paul Brandon. And then they go and they kill Danny T. Right? Because what we too trusting. Whether they be woman, whether they be man, we can't be all that kind of trusting. I tell her before all them kind of murder thing, and I was traveling in a maxi coming to town. And this young lady in the maxi. And while she in the maxi, she and this fella in the back of the maxi talking, some kind of thing was taking place in Goodwood. And here she go and call them fellas when she go down, and she was from here, they beat them. And she go tell them fellas, which part the person is, and this and that and that and that and that. So you see, you can't even trust the woman them too. Young fellas, we have enough women in Tobago. But as they say, Tobago is family, but you gotta have some who know your family. I'm not saying that you don't have good girls in Trinidad, but go in a good places if you can find a good girl in Trinidad if you want. Stop bringing them criminal elements up here, whether it be man or whether it be woman. We have changed Tobago by bringing in these people from these areas into our communities. That is why you see Tobago end up with this spike in murders and craziness. Is that people do it? Watch me. In Roxborough, there was an era too, when the drugs, things started to come in. Plenty of them little boys and them used to start to smoke the white powder or sniff it or whatever they do it. And praise God, that era has passed. But the weed now, and there is the other thing too, all they're talking about P&M. Who tell all that all can plant for weed in all the yard? And all can what you wrote is how much ounces of that on all there. Who tell all that it is good to smoke weed and took away laptops from with children, took away the hospital from with children, took away what was good for the country and legalized the bad. What do we want with these P&M misfits? All this bunch of misfits in the place, what are we doing with them? Tobago people, we have an opportunity to say this is the end, totally the end, and annihilate them. You understand me? Get rid of them. Let them stay down in Trinidad with the gangs and the murderers and everything else. Imagine that a man is not even a chief sec for a year. I think he was even there for a year. I can't remember how long he did it. But he owned this property and that property and that and that and that. And he's his own P&M people, and them show them to me. You was a bank teller, but then you're a millionaire now. Where you get the money from? I don't know. I don't know. All of them who have couple and triple properties, where they get the money from? And then I go sit down here in this little island called Tobago and start putting them back there. I have a question to ask all the Tobago people who following them. Where they getting the money from to run Tobago? Say by some, I don't even know what to call it, some madness. And Tobago people say, they are going to vote that bunch of red devils again. Where are they getting the monies from to run the affairs in Tobago here? I want a little answer me now. Because remember, the Calcutta and the people from Caroni South, and name them, the government of Trinidad and Tobago, we have an Indian Prime Minister. And P&M teach all to hate Indians. But when Faris Alwari what you name, Rohan Sinanan, and all the others who were in PNM, they were not Indians, right? They were of a different race, but right now, they have Indians. We have Indians running Trinidad and Indian in this, and every board position that the people that take the people and put them in is a problem. So they hate the Indians and they hate the Indian Prime Minister and the Indian government. So you want to take Tobago and put it in the hand for we to start back again, fighting war, fighting war, fighting war. Hello? Tobago people, we are on a proper footing for good things to happen in our island. No bunks on your head. And this is not the politics of, well, you know, me and she have family. So because I'm a family, me go get share vote. What can your family do? Watch the caliber of people. All you figure that running an assembly or running a government is Dolly House. So today for me, tomorrow for you. The people don't even have people who could run a little food stand. But they want to run government. Why are these people insulting our intelligent soul? Why are they trying to insult our intelligent soul? Tobago people, show the world that we are an intelligent bunch of people here, people of class. They're bringing us as a classless people who can't, as I said, can't even run a fruit stand. Not even a fruit stand, boy. And all I want to bring them here to tell me them is a better choice. We have an assembly right now. We have a government in Tobago right now. They have been tried. They have been tested. And we see if they could have stand up against the Rottweiler that is called Keith Christopher Rowley. If they could have stand up against he and bring us to where we are. Hello, they say one good turn deserve another. And we're not bouncing we head. I'm telling all you, this is not the year when we play foolish and voted out everybody in top. Right? Where that, what is it called? I want a good name for you. Non-entity cross the floor and jump up on the stage and trying to be relevant right now. That non-entity. You understand me? And all up to now, he run got it and they never even give him a position. Not even the position of sitting dog. But want to say, blah, 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 blah. Not even sitting dog position he ain't get. Right? This is not that time. We are not going to take food out of the children's mouth here in Tobago and play stupid because of bad mind with some people and hatred with some people and give up Tobago. We're not giving Tobago away. And all of them people in Tobago, some of them all who does bad. But I mean, if me, I go vote again, let me tell you something. You have a job. Every country is run by a government. And you have your job. And when you sit down home and say, now vote, you might end up without nothing. When you play stupid and go and put them people there, if I play notice and go put them people there, you will end up with naught. We don't want Tobago to be a chaotic place again, my people. We fight enough in the last 4 years against PNM for us to try to move forward. And then fellas real work. With the little resources they got and however they got it, they used it. And as in the meetings it was said, if they had taken all the monies and paid out all them contractors all the money, you know what would have happened? Plenty people in eat at Tobago. And I love what they're doing. You're bringing your contract that you tendered for, and you say, this is the work I was supposed to do, and when they go out and look for the work, they can't even find the work them. That is PNM behavior. Them a write check for people that never do a day work. And then there is one, I tell her, I know about that word named bedrigging or what you call it. I got it from a former PNM who calls himself a TPP now. And he always quarrel when we are in meetings. He says the chief and them don't know nothing, them don't know how to run nothing. You're supposed to give out a contract. And in the contract, hike it up where you're not supposed to be. And the excess money will come back to whoever gives them the contract. He said it because that is what they were doing there. That's where he come from. So that is what we want in Tobago. A set of people just getting money for works not done. Tobagonians, stop listening to these misfits. You see how far they reach with the radar story? You hear what Gary said now? You hear what Gary said? It's a problem for us. It will become a problem for us with national security. You do not tell criminals what you have. They must stay and second guess everything. I put out a video with these people in all different places in the world where they put up that same thing. And they explained what it is for. But no, I don't want to sit down in kind of, hey, I don't hear. They said this and they said that. Have you ever really researched it? No. All stop taking second-hand information. As Bible says, my people shall be destroyed for what? And lack of knowledge. Everything out here in the open, go and search for yourself. And to tell all the other thing about PNM so brain drained. Can you imagine when Watson was in heydays, right? And the boys still have good intentions for Tobago. Nobody can give him say that he didn't have that good intention. And Watson said he wants to make Roxborough like a little Dubai. He have a plan, a whole big plan that he show you where he want to build up this marina and build up a little thing in the sea. All kind of thing he show. You know, I hear them PNM going up in Roxborough and talking about how them want to bring marina in Roxborough. So you gonna tell me that all the time already, all can't even have an idea for themselves. So there is, you see, I tell her that I have nothing for campaign fund. The radar thing dying out, so now they want to take people ideas to come and bring it to you. What are they building it with? The candidate for up there, for them. They have business in Roxborough. Their family have business in Roxborough. Ask them what they do for the village of Roxborough. Ask them, as a family, and as a business family, and listen, she have business right too. Father, family, mother, family, all of them is business people. Ask them what have they done for the community of Roxborough. And talking about they want people to vote them. Vote for who? This is not no dolly house, you know. This is serious business. And I want us, the people who live on this island of Tobago, to start to get serious and stop having these little misfits come around to be telling all the nonsense. Who want to listen to them, listen to them. Me just get me on from second hand and third hand. And when they put up things and people send it for me, I will see. And let me tell all you, action speaks louder than word. You see that symbolic thing that boy do and take that jersey there and cover Kelvin's head? That's to tell all you. The Lord don't want that darkness in Tobago. That darkness needs to go back to Trinidad where it come out. As Bible says, when you are young, you think like a child. When you get old, you put away childish things. PNM is here to destroy both Trinidad and Tobago as much as they can. They have done enough. The Lord answered the prayers of the people. Move them out of this place. Tobago, we have another opportunity to move them totally out. You don't have no one seat for nobody. Nobody not going to thief no seat this time around. None. Beaucoup among present people, we don't want no win by no 3-4 vote. We want a resounding landslide win down there. Until Dennis and Soyafat and I think it's Ricardo, what you name, these misfits are not good for Tobago. They're too disrespectful, they're insulting with intelligence. Picking up anything from the side of the road and say, oh, candidate. Nonsense. Stand predominant, my people. Stand predominant. The days are running down. January 12th will come sooner than we think. Get up out of your house and go out and vote. You're voting for yourself, your children, your grandchildren, them all who younger. Me, I vote for me grandpicking them. My vote is on behalf of my grandchildren. And those of my grandchildren who are of the age of voting and living on this island, if I know what me know, book and chapter, try make sure go out and vote, because all will be left behind. I know one time, me fighting for people who intend to fight for themselves. And this is for my nieces and my nephews too. Right? It have little permanent spaces opening up. Try your best and go out there and put all the eggs behind the anchor. In whatever area all in, vote for the anchor, the candidate who is there. That is the symbol and the only symbol we're looking for. They put it in a black box the last time and they get a blackout. As black as they put it, they end up in a blackout. They change it this time around. So whichever way you go, Tobago is we, and we is Tobago, and this Tobago will win. And Trinidad people, stop harassing the government and allow them to put systems in place so that we can start to sail properly. All the fighting them down ain't gonna make nothing work. The same thing PNM do in Trinidad is the same thing all they want to do here in Tobago. We do not want PNM here. We do not want idealists here. And we do not want calm here. This is one Tobago. Tobago is we. And it shall remain we. So my people, you see what they're trying to do? They're trying to bring trouble in Tobago. They're trying to help the drug lords. So that is why all of them they run out to fight against the radar. But we're getting it. Go and read Ian Allen's story that he got from Mr. Gary Griffith. All alone to read. And have a nice day and a blessed weekend too. Bye-bye.